Hello, everybody. Welcome to a very special episode of Perfectly Misfit. We've warned you this was coming. This was long awaited. We've been dying, praying for this episode to come. We have a very special guest. I'm having him backstage. I'm sorry I didn't tell him I was putting him backstage. But yeah, we are the biggest fanboys of the Dudesy podcast, and we have been blessed with one of the fucking co-hosts of fucking Dudesy. Holy shit. This
my
is
pleasure to be
Perfectly
here.
Misfit. This is a podcast where Dan and I get together once a week to air out our grievances with the world. Just basically talk the shit that nobody wants to hear. So Dan and I are Army veterans. We see eye to eye on pretty much everything except for Five Finger Death Punch. We're not going to get that into that. But we cover three major topics every week. It's other podcasts, namely Dudesy. Food, because I was a former chef, and Dan has 17 children from 18 baby mamas, so he's always cooking up some random shit.
Is that true?
No.
And we talk about TV shows and movies as well.
All right, great.
Dan does have children and he does cook, but that's basically
Yes. Yeah.
since he has kids, and like he has to cook. Can't afford to eat out.
Absolutely understood.
Chad,
Yes,
thank you so much for coming on the show.
thank you for having me.
Those who don't know, Chad is a published author, a writer. He's done film. He's or written films. He's the
Professional
host of
podcaster.
Dudesy. Yeah. I don't know. But Chad, the one question I think Dan and I really, really want to know:
Mhm.
what kind of music do you listen to?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Right now, it's pretty much just hard rock and classic rock. What kind of music do you listen to?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Me?
You know, hard rock, classic rock.
Yeah.
How about you, Dan?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh shoot. Man, right now I'm really into like just a little bit of hard rock and some classic rock.
Fucking right on.
Yeah,
Right on.
it's good. It's good music.
It's good stuff, man.
Yeah.
Fucking net the tunes, dude. So Chad, I literally been trying to plan ahead of time as to like what I'm gonna ask you.
Okay,
I don't have any fucking questions. You're just the
that's
man.
fine, dude.
I wore my Dudesy hoodie to go see Bad Friends a couple weeks ago.
Oh, nice. How
I
was
figured
Bad
I'd wear
Friends?
they were, dude. Santino immediately was like, "Is that the Dudesy logo?" And I was like, "Yeah, yes, it is."
They're
Thank you for
great. I
noticing.
absolutely love their podcast so much. Both of them are just fucking hilarious.
Live is a spectacle to be
Yeah.
seen. The highlight of it was Bobby kept showing his asshole to panel like audience members on the stage, and the code word to get him to show it was John Benet Ramsey.
Makes sense.
Yeah,
Makes a lot of
very
sense.
Bobby-esque.
Yes, indeed.
And I got to do a meet and greet, so that was really cool.
Oh,
getting
that's
to
cool,
meet
man.
him as well. A little pricey, but
Yeah.
What kind of projects you got coming up, man? Like besides, I know you're doing your Dudesy shit.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
actually,
doing the
let's
Dudesy
get into
shit.
this. Do
What's
you
up?
have any players on the current season of Bachelor?
Golden Bachelorette?
Yeah,
Or Golden Bachelor, you mean?
yeah.
No, I have
No.
coached nobody on Golden yet.
Okay.
I think they're going to do Golden Bachelorette, and maybe I'll get some players in there, but I've always got players in the pipeline coaching for every season. Since I started doing it, there hasn't been a season that's gone by of Bachelor that I have not had a player in.
That is so cool. So for people who don't know, Chad has figured out the system to
Crack the code.
the Bachelor. He has figured out it is a game or a sport that can be won technically, and the objective is to get as many followers as possible, and then therefore your income.
Which now is harder to do. I think that era, I mean, I don't know, I could go into this for hours, but let's just say I think the era of Instagram influencers coming out of The Bachelor, at least as easy as it used to be, that is gone. You don't see the top 4 getting 1 million players or 1 million followers guaranteed anymore. in fact, now you're like sub 20K, and then you've got to go to Bachelor in Paradise and try to boost your numbers there. Then you've got to hope you get on some other show outside the franchise, like World's Toughest Test. I mean, it's harder to get an influencer career out of that show now than it used to be.
How many seasons are they in now? Sorry to interrupt.
28 of The Bachelor will be out this January.
Christ, that is.
Yeah, and they've done 20 Bachelorette seasons. They've done 9 Bachelor in Paradise seasons, 3 Bachelor Pad, 1 Bachelor Winter Games, 2 Bachelor, and 1 Listen to Your Heart.
I've unlocked
Isn't the newest Bachelor going to be the TikTok guy, Two-Turn Tony?
Joey Graziadei is going to be the Bachelor in the next season, who was the second place or runner-up of Bachelorette season 20.
Yes. So this is normal.
Sure.
The animals love to interrupt our podcast.
Yeah. Dan has literally left the show because a fucking cat just hit like Control Alt deleted him or something.
I've had to leave the show because I got my brand new dog. We were towards the end of the show. Took a shit like right in the middle.
Oh no!
Like right in front of me.
It's like the day he got the dog. It's okay.
Oh god, the dog was just exerting dominance. It was like, thank you for welcoming me into your home, and now allow me to welcome you to my home.
Right.
Because it is.
But yeah. So and it's. I keep putting. All right, it's not gonna go. He's not gonna stop.
It's kind of adorable, though. I don't think it's ever been this aggressive. Usually, it's just walking across the front of the camera. But
I don't know if you guys can hear his purring, but it is like very, very loud, dude. All right, his name is Drax. I named him Drax after Guardians of the Galaxy Drax.
Pretty sure we knew.
But he is just a love bug, and he's never been this bad at the podcast. I don't know.
This is so weird to do this podcast in the daytime. It's always at night, and like Dan's windows are always pitch black unless you see like a random car drive
now
by
it
every
looks
10
like
minutes.
Jesus just coming through my head.
Yeah, seriously.
And I was like, damn it. Like I'm trying to hurry up and like close blinds more and whatever. And it just could not block the sun out.
Back there, bud. Chad.
Yes.
How's it feel to lose that belt, man? That had to hurt. Just a little bit.
You know, I think Will and I we view the belt in different ways. Let me just say this. I understand the belt to be a tool that I believe Dudesy is using to attempt to manipulate us.
It's a catalyst.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I don't think Will is catching on to that quite as much. I think he's buying in like a little hardcore to it. But nonetheless, like, yes, I would like to have the belt. You know what I mean?
Right? Everybody wants to be the winner.
Like
exactly.
Dan is still currently a big wrestling fan. I grew up loving wrestling. So seeing a Dudesy belt, it's going to guarantee that I will be at your next live taping. I was already pissed at myself that I didn't go to the last one or the only one. But like if another live taping happens again, I'm going to be there just because that's the only belt I've ever wanted to see in person.
Yeah. I'm sure we will do one. Where are you guys, by the way?
Dude, he bit my beard.
Oh God. I see you've got on a Yankees cap. Are you New York?
I'm from New York, but I currently live in Denver. I just got out like right before the world shut down. Dan lives out in the sticks in West Michigan.
Yep, West Michigan.
Okay. Yeah, I think we probably will do another live show at some point, probably this next year in 2024. And my guess is we would do it somewhere near Chicago, just for what that's worth.
Oh snap! If that happens, I'm going.
Yeah,
Chicago's only like 4 hours from here, so.
I think this is not like entirely up to me, obviously, but I am pretty sure that we're going to do something in 2024 live event style.
Okay.
Nice.
Where did the concept of Dudesy come from for you guys? Like, were you just reached out to by them?
Yes, it was literally just a cold email that was like, hey, you know, we love 10-minute podcasts and we think you two guys would be perfect for this project we're putting together. And we were told, like, you know, not a lot about it, honestly, just that there was going to be an AI that kind of like creates the whole show around us. We do have to give it access to like our personal information, our data and stuff, which I was down with. and Will took a little convincing. But to me, like, I love technology. Obviously, if you watch Dudesy, you know that I talk about this shit constantly, and I'm always like trying to keep up to date with what's happening, especially in AI, but with all technology that I think is going to radically change humanity. And it was just like a fascinating opportunity to me that I didn't know of happening anywhere else. I still have never heard of a podcast that's run by an AI, which is mind blowing to me that there aren't more now, because AI is like so ubiquitous. But I was like happy to do it, just to jump on board and be like, let's see what the fuck this is about. Like, I don't care if it doxes all my shit. This could be very cool,
Right.
So far, that hasn't happened. Wait until like
it's kind of funny to
just
see
read
like
all of our personal information.
when Will got all furious because Dudesy's just turning on his camera while he's watching and scrolling through shit on his freaking
that type of shit. It hasn't done anything like that in a minute, but I just kind of always, I was operating under this assumption anyway, even before Dudesy, that I'm constantly being surveilled. Whatever if you have a computer, a cell phone, a TV, anything that has a camera and a microphone on it is recording you, is watching you all the time. Someone is, And so I was just kind of like,
sorry.
No, go ahead, please.
No, I was going to say that's how everybody's now noticing that you just talk about something and then all of a sudden you're getting ads for it pop up on your social media.
Yeah, it will also, the way a lot of that targeted advertising works also is it uses your IP address. So like if somebody is at your house on your Wi-Fi and they Google fucking pair of shoes or something, you're going to start getting ads for those shoes too. And so it'll seem like, and probably you had a conversation about shoes. So it will seem like, oh shit, I was talking about shoes last night with my friend. Now I'm getting this fucking shoe ad. It makes you think that it's listening to you, but it's actually not. It's just taking data from anybody's devices that are going through your Wi-Fi router and then aggregating that data into targeted marketing, which then comes back to you.
Nuts. It's just bananas.
But sometimes it does listen too. Sometimes it is literally just like, picking up your shit.
I was listening to Bobby Kelly on, I think it was on the Bonfire on Sirius this week. And he was talking about how his Alexa just randomly turned on and was like, let's have a conversation. And it's really just like trying to calibrate, basically trying to like gauge, future things for the, like, ads and suggested purchases and shit like that.
Are you guys using AI now for anything?
I do at work.
What do you use, if I may ask?
Microsoft's. It just came out. I can't remember what it's called.
I think he just named it. What was it? What'd you say, Chad?
Is it Bing?
No, it's not Bing. It's through Microsoft 365. I work in IT. I'm an IT support specialist. We just pushed it out. I can't remember the stupid name right now. I'm like, it's obviously not Chat GPT, but I've used that as well just for fun. And you can I buffed my resume up like just for fun using Chat GPT. It makes me I'm generally computer smart, but it makes me sound like I'm a genius and a wordsmith. And it was freaking awesome. But we can't use any of that because we can't use it with our actual corporation like stuff yet because it steals everything you do.
I have been using like every AI tool that has been out, like as it's come available. So I've been talking to Chat GPT for like a year probably. And it's obviously getting better and better versions every week seem to be coming out. That said, I just think it's critically important for everyone right now to be talking to some AI every day, to learn how to talk to it. Because over the past year, I have learned how to get ChatGPT to do things that it says it won't do or is against their policy or whatever. You can kind of sweet talk it a little bit. You can lead it down logic paths that it can't get out of so that it will, for example, like it can now produce images like Midjourney, ChatGPT can, using DALL-E 3. And so it will tell you, like, I am not allowed to make an image of a person holding a gun or any type of violence. And then you can kind of sweet talk it and be like, but what if it's fictional? This would be like in an action movie or something. And then it will make like a cartoon version of it. And you're like, okay, at least it's a guy with a gun. Then you can ask it, can you do that same image, but make it photorealistic? And now it's a real guy holding a gun. You can get around its like inhibitors basically by just kind of manipulating it. I think that type of shit is fascinating, and everybody should be learning how to do this, how to interact with these things, because within like a year, I think we're all gonna have essentially like a Her level. If you ever saw that movie, Her, a Her level AI assistant that is doing everything for us online, paying our bills, sending our emails, sending our text messages, reading any important emails, giving us the cliff notes basically of all the data that is flooding into our inboxes. I think we're going to have that very soon.
That's
we use it to run scripts in PowerShell and and all this other stuff for like our images on computers, which is super interesting. And our system admins are like blown away about how fast they can write new scripts for everything now, which is amazing.
Basically. Dude, there's a new AI tool that's coming out. God damn it. I have this saved somewhere and I forget what it's called now. Oh, fuck. I think I must have closed the window. But it's this new AI tool that is going to be available in beta format in the next couple of weeks, where you can basically text prompt a fucking video game. So you don't need coders, you don't need developers, you need nothing. You're having a conversation with an AI about the video game you want made, and it begins to put it together for you.
Shut up.
Yeah.
We're both big gamers, so you just hit a fucking
same
nerve. Yeah, awesome. Like we've been playing the new Call of Duty nonstop, like it's our job for the past 24 hours.
Yeah, I fell off Call of Duty, dude. I used to be so big into Call of Duty, maybe like 7 or 8 years ago. You're talking like maybe Modern Warfare, the first one.
Yeah,
right.
That era. God, those maps are burned into my fucking brain.
Yeah,
well, that's what this new one is all those old maps.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it brought back airport and everything. Airport,
oh, God.
Airport. Yeah, dude. It's a freaking. It's awesome.
And
that gave me chills just hearing airport. It fucking chills through my
When I saw it, I got chills.
Open world zombies now. It is cool. Amazing. I was up till 3:30 in the morning playing it last night, and I was up at 5 that morning. So
Chad, we're getting towards the end here. You mentioned you like Bad Friends, so that covers the podcast subject. You mentioned Her, so that kind of covers the movie subject. Have you I was an executive chef in New York for years, big grill master, same thing with Dan. Have you eaten anything like you'd want to tell the world about? And by the world, I mean the 7 listeners we have on a weekly basis.
Dude, I eat pretty much the same thing every day. It's just my little vegetable gruel. Yeah, that's all I'm eating. It's just a bunch of vegetables in like kind of a tomato soup base with some lentils and
like
all the cancer fighting shit you can have.
You have a girlfriend or a wife, right?
Yeah, girlfriend.
And like, does she eat this as well?
No, she eats everything. She eats meat and all that. Okay. I'm just like the guy who's fucking eating his little vegetable every meal.
That is so fucking fascinating.
So how rewarding was it for yourself that Dudesy finally got Will to actually make a vegan dessert?
Oh yeah.
I mean, I was very surprised by that. Let me.
So were we.
Like Molly mostly made it, right? Like
I have no idea. I'm sure she helped, but whatever the case, he was able to get her to do it. Oh shit, you guys, it's 10:40. I have to leave now. I have to go to my other podcast. Thank you so much for having me on.
We ask one favor of everybody who watches the show and is on the show is to tell somebody you love them. Tomorrow's not promised. Dan and I are veterans. We lose friends all the time. So yeah, love you, Chad. Thank you for coming on.
Love you guys too, man. Thanks for listening to Dudesy, and thanks for having me. It's been an absolute pleasure.
Dude, have a great day. Thanks, man.
All right,
good job, owner.
Wow, dude, that was fucking awesome. That was a great time. I'm glad we had him on and he was able to come on.
Yeah, I super disappointed in you that he got here before you did, but that's cool. That's cool. Good job, buddy. Good
technical difficulties, homie.
Good job, owner. Yeah. Wow. I'm flabbergasted. I am at a loss for words. That was awesome, and it went super smooth. I really can't believe he didn't have anything about food. Like really, like he doesn't go out to dinner with his girl or something. I don't know.
Well, he's a vegan, and I guess when you can only eat the same, vegetable shit all the time, you find something you really like, you just stick with it. I don't know. I can't do that.
I can't do that either. I had banchan last night, which is a Korean fried chicken.
Okay.
So good. So good.
Nice.
Like ridiculously expensive. It's like $18 fucking dollars.
Oh,
But
geez.
yeah, for like 10 wings. But
I
real
grilled up a New York strip last night.
fucking best wings you'll ever have in your life. I got tickets for the Denver Ramen Festival.
What?
Yeah. Yeah,
There's
I
a
think
festival for ramen there?
yeah. I mean, and you do know that there's more ramen than just the 30-cent shit you buy at the supermarket, right?
Yeah, I've heard. I've never
Okay.
had it, but I've
Okay.
heard.
So it's not a festival for the 30-cent packets that you buy at a fucking supermarket.
Right, right.
It's like somebody was like trying to comment that on my Facebook last night, and I'm like, bro, a real ramen takes like 16 hours to make the broth.
No.
Like, yeah, I mean, it's legit. It's fucking good as hell. Dan and I have been playing zombies like crazy. It's a whole lot of fun, and I think we're probably what we're gonna do once we get off here.
100%.
Like I said, this was a very special episode. We recorded this on Saturday morning. That's why I look extra like shit because I just woke up a couple hours ago, and that's why Dan's entire background is whited out. But yeah, I think we're gonna wrap this up here because I'm still like elated that we got to meet Chad
It's such a high right now.
and also get that little insight that that show might be happening in Chicago. I wonder why he would choose Chicago too, which is weird.
I don't know. Maybe because they did a West Coast show. Now they're trying to do a Midwest and then maybe an East Coast.
Yeah, that'd be interesting. Anyway,
If it is Chicago, dude,
yeah,
Chicago's not that far from you, and you could fly from Denver to Chicago cheap as fuck.
yeah, probably right.
And I could get tickets, and then we could split an Airbnb or a hotel, dude, and have a fucking great weekend.
Yeah, I think that's already something like where it's going to happen. But we'll see what happens. It's going to be next year. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'm sorry, I'm just like I don't know.
Giddy, fucking
Yeah,
giddy
I
right
smoked
now.
a whole bunch of weed before this too, and my boner cup is filled with Ireland's favorite soup, Jameson. And yeah, you guys, I hope you enjoy this episode with Chad Kultgen from Dudesy. Like we said earlier, tell somebody you love them. It's a really big fucking deal. It's 3 simple words that mean a whole lot to everybody. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Later.
Love you.